Inside the U.S. huge supervolcano that could swallow an entire continent if it erupts, the Long Valley caldera of California poses one of the greatest risks to humankind, though little can be done to prevent its eruption. And yes, there is a geothermal plant there. The Long Valley caldera poses one of the greatest risks to humankind if it erupts. Out of more than 1,000 known volcanoes in the world, about 23 are supervolcanoes around the world. Only around 20 of them are classed as so-called supervolcanoes. The latter is thousands of times more powerful than the smaller sister eruption and is driven by buoyant magma. Classed as VEI 8 on the eruption scale, supervolcanoes deposit material greater than 1,000 cubic kilometers or 240,000 cubic miles when they do erupt. Their locations are wide and varied, but some of the world's most dangerous sit in the U.S., like California's Long Valley caldera. One of the Earth's largest calderas, Long Valley sits next to Mammoth Mountain and has struck fears into volcanologists for decades because if it erupted, there is little anyone, of course, could do. The valley measures around 20 miles long, 11 miles wide, and is up to a staggering 3,000 feet deep. It was formed 760,000 years ago when a huge eruption in the region released hot ash that eventually settled to form the Bishop Tuff, a large outcrop that resembles a mountain but is made entirely of volcanic flows. The caldera has not erupted with such ferocity ever since, but it has only raised concerns among expert circles. Most recently, creeks and hot springs around the area that Long Valley covers appear to be coming to life, belching, bubbling with hot water, ordinarily signs that something was really ready to give beneath the surface. Basically, Long Valley looks like a smaller scale of Yellowstone. It does have hot springs and it has geysers as well. Now, although nothing came of the resurgent activity in Long Valley, researchers during the Science Channel's documentary Secrets of the Underground explored the potential for the caldera to blow its lid again. Rob Nielsen, a scientist, noted that around the park there are constant alarming signs of possible volcanic activity, giving the geothermal energy beneath the caldera. He said, and there are clues pointing towards an imminent eruption scattered throughout this valley, the site of the second largest explosive volcanic eruption in North America. An event in the 21st century would not come close to that witnessed 760,000 years ago. The devastation would, however, still swallow up the entire region and pose grave knock-on effects for the rest of the world. Mr. Nelson noted that an eruption posed an existential threat to the millions who live around Long Valley. In the 1970s, a swarm of earthquakes emanated from the caldera, which set scientists on high alert. And then in May 1980, an earthquake that measured a magnitude of 6 on the Richter scale struck the southern margin of the caldera, coinciding with an uplift in the floor, which signaled a growth in magma. Things have since calmed down, but scientists now see the events as part of a longer theme of resurgent activity that comes up to the present day. When the Science Channel set out across the caldera, their investigation found several instances of smoke rising from beneath the ground. Geophysicist Jared Peacock also identified a worrying feature of the caldera. Using INSAR remote sensing technology, which creates a detailed map of the region, he found a resurgent dome near Mammoth Lakes, a town in the Sierra Nevada mountains. More tests confirmed that liquid was accumulating beneath the dome's surface, usually a sign of volcanic activity. However, the activity was not centralized but rather scattered, meaning that for now at least it is not a cause for concern. We can say conclusively that there is no giant magma chamber below, but there are smaller satellite ones around the area, Peacock said. In 2018, researchers writing in the paper published in the journal Geoscience World revealed evidence that they found a growth of deformation at Long Valley. they discovered an ongoing uplift, inflating. The ground was inflating. In other words, suggesting new magma may have intruded into the reservoir since at least 1978. The uplift could prove that molten rock has been moving around the ground, or that material deep within the chamber has been crystallizing. The study reads, despite 40 years of diverse investigations, the presence of large volumes of melt in Long Valley's magma reservoir remains unresolved. And this is on Express UK by Joel Day. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.